here's me editing the clips for Jaylon Smith, and I'm already 2 hours into it, so I decided to see if I can show some of the people behind the scene action of me cutting out all of this stuff. And it's going to take a minute. This is a grinder's editions type of stuff. And the program and the software that I use is Camtasia. There's some other stuff out there that people use, but your boy going to use Camtasia. That's what I've been using. And I'm familiar with the program software. No growing pains and stuff like that. See, I messed up on that one. That's the only thing. You want to capture everything. And this is a grinder's edition type of situation here, because it takes so long to edit. It do. It's one of those things where I know a lot of people probably don't appreciate editing, but that's part of the battle. Doing film and stuff like that, putting the little bubbles and stuff like that over the players. Always a difficult task, especially when you got, other people that travels in and out of the house and stuff like that. You got to stop and go and all of those things. So it counts a lot doing this. But I can tell you that it's a labor of love. It is. It's a labor of love. Yeah. Most of this, believe it or not, most of the offense or the defense, base 4-3. They line more in the base 4-3 than anything. Of course, this is when they were still trying to learn this hybrid style of defense. And one thing I can say about the defense, crazy for them to even think about installing a new defense while COVID was going on. That's the craziest thing of it all, is them actually doing that part of it, which is crazy. And that, my friend, was the hardest thing there, is doing that in the middle of COVID season. And the team just never really got it going. Never really got it going. Yeah. Jaylon at times, man, appears to be one of the guys that made some plays or made a few plays, but in actuality, front four need to be better. They do. The front four need to be better. They flat out do. That front four. We ain't going to talk about the secondary. Secondary was scary. And he got some tackles that he was credited to from somebody else. He was credited for this tackle, but actually the dude broke away on this one. But you know how that goes, right? Y'all know how that goes. So this Seattle game, this is week 3. That's where I'm at now, week 3. And I'm thinking about maybe putting like a little black screen in between and putting week 3, and could take forever putting a little marker there of the players. But I might do the marker, put the marker down on the player, the highlight, the arrow to let you know where Jaylon is located at on the field. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not able to do this on missed tackles. Why, law? Because in order for me to put down the missed tackles, they don't section off the individual players. So I have to watch every single game and record the 3-hour all 22. And I don't think nobody would do that for the entire season. So if you take 3 hours times 16 weeks, whatever number of hours that is, for those math wizards out there, shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that got that type of time. I don't have that type of time, unfortunately. So I can squeeze it in half by, of course, these will look like more highlights than anything, because these are actually all of Jaylon Smith plays, quote unquote, that he made a tackle on or batted down on or an INT on or pick up fumble. So this is the only way. But what you can pull from this data would be the aspect of Jaylon, where he got the tackle at, where his pursuit and his angle was. How did he tackle? You can look at that. Did he wrap? Did he use his shoulder? See, they count this as a tackle, believe it or not. And it's just the quarterback running out of bounds. That's a counted tackle. Now I can get really technical with it and look at all of these downs and put down, like, was it third down? Was it fourth down? Was it a second down? Those counts a lot too, the pivotal moments of the situation, of the nature, those type of things. I can do it that fashion. But then again, that would take me forever in a day too. And we'll see. I might be able to do that. Okay, so we made it to week 4. The Dallas Cowboys versus the mighty Cleveland Browns. Playoff Cleveland Browns, by the way. Playoff Cleveland Browns. So the argument that I said, hey, let's not tank and these sorts of things, maybe somebody from the Cleveland Browns organization and team said, nah, Law, that wasn't that bad for them. But I don't think that they tanked, right? They just historically bad. But they got a good coach, and they got a good guy to draw plays as it relates to the run. I forgot his name. He used to be here. Is it Callahan? Bill Callahan? They got a good guy to do that, So we can't get all the way mad at them because they making this team formidable. That's the angle. Formidable. That's the word of the day. All right. And I think that there's not a lot of splash plays by Jaylon, like the opportunity to come down, hit, crash, and things like that. And my thing is, before they kick the can on Jaylon because they already paid him, instead of you eating money, what have you, I think that the Joneses administration would like to see what he looked like with a better front four. And they're going to have to make that payment. They're going to have to pay somebody to have this front four a whole lot better. A whole lot better than what we are now. See, what I got to do is I'm splicing out, for those who watching this for the first time on editing NFL footages or what have you. I'm splicing out this part. This ugly looking part right here, as you guys can see, that part right there, I'm slicing out that so it can look smooth, and that's time consuming. If I was lazy, I would just post it just the way it is, but I don't want that ugly looking footages all up in there, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I'm splicing out all of this. It's good ingredients, but the way the NFL does it, just does look kind of weird to me, and I'm picky on that part of it. But even I'm picky on this little black bar that's coming up. Let me get that out the way. Get out the way. So I'm picky on it. So I know a lot of people look at it like, nah, Law, you keep that, But I'm picky on it. I don't like that stuff. Make it look smooth. Make it look good. Yeah, make it look good. And that was the end of that one. Week 5. This was a devastating week. The week that we don't want to go through, and the week we never want to experience again. And the craziest thing, people were saying tanking around week 5. I mean, there's so much young football left. Why waste your season? We still got to see what some of these guys can do. I know it's at a crazy point right now, but I like the fact that Diggs got injured, what have you, and was able to wrestle back and and get back into the groove, man. I like that. And they realized that Griffin and Poe and who else we had, the Worleys of the worlds, were not worth it. We're not worth it. And those guys were on the market for a reason. The reason why we here, or that we here. Look at this. I remember this play. Oh, Lord. They credit him for that? Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, so he got pressure. They credit him for the pressure, QB pressure. See, I'm not going to edit that out. I'm just going to keep that in there. And I guess I should explain it, but it's going to be forever. People will be like, "Lord, that's not a tackle." But like I said, it's hard for you to just type into the system Jaylon Smith tackles because they don't have that type of extraction of data, or Jaylon Smith missed tackles, you know. And you'll be forever, ever in a day editing and going through multiple film. Look how long it takes for me to do this. You can only imagine watching the full season worth of games and trying to record all of the missed tackles and not knowing the assignment at that, not knowing whether or not he was playing zone or he's supposed to be in man or he's supposed to, you know, switch or he going rogue. You know, so many hidden variables with that. So I doubt it if anybody, I'm talking about anybody, would ever do that for a player. Even for a game, even if you do it for a game, that's going to take just one game individual would take forever to look at all 60 snaps and to find that one play that he had a missed tackle on or multiple plays that he missed tackle on, which will be in the numbers of probably 3 or 4 a game. You know, it's not worth it. But what you can do, like I said, with this particular stuff is to see where he made the tackle at. How important it was a swipe right there. I'm going to have somebody else to count the swipes, man. That's a swipe. That's a swipe. At this point, I'm kind of sure right around the area of maybe 93 to 94% chance sure that he is aware that people are annoyed by his swiping. Yeah, I think he swiped on that play. It's week 5. So I made it week 5. I don't know, man. I might put the bubble down there. I might put the bubbles. I might put the arrows. I think it should be a whole lot easier than this right here. Who knows? So when you do it that way, you got to give yourself a fraction of a time, too, because the play snap happens so quick. Yeah, delete all that out the way. Yeah, they showing Dak Prescott mounded up. This is crazy. First time seeing this footage like that. Carted off. That's sad. That's sad. That had to be. Oh, Tristan Hill. That's Tristan Hill. They're showing Tristan Hill being carted off. That's Tristan Hill. God damn thing. So he made a tackle on this. That was Tristan Hill being carted off. I forgot about that. Tristan Hill was gone for the game as well against the Giants. So we lost. Oof. So the evaluation of Tristan Hill is another angle too. I was saying in my video that we got to look at Tristan Hill as a sophomore now, although he's been in the league for 3 years now. Look how quick that time go by. Time waits for no one. I'm telling you. Now, this is good old 54 inside. Let me see if he's going to back out of it. You know, he fights down and he get the half of a sack there, I believe. That ain't bad for him. That ain't bad for him. That ain't bad for him. Get another pressure. Yeah. Decount that as a sack? I don't know. You guys be the judge of that. I have to look at the stat sheet. This is what I probably do as well. It's just post the stat line for your mind at the end or during the game that I'm actually chopping up. See how long this stuff take, baby? It take forever, ever. Let's get that one out. Should I got it? Bam, got it too. Yep. And so now we got this week. Week 7. Week 6. Week 6. Good old Andy Dalton. Preview week. Because everybody love good old Andy Dalton. Yeah, everybody love him during this time. That love can fall real quick. Love can go away real quick. So, yep. Love's a sin, love's a crime. Love is when you have grief, you ask God for a sign. Yeah. He got down in there now. That's what you want, Jaylon. You want Jaylon to get down off in there. He said, I watched the tape. Had to hit that young cough button on y'all. Don't want to cough in your face. Look at my coffee. There go my coffee. Film is not for the weak. Yep. There's no way around it. Did he swipe? This was a winnable game until the end. If we can match them, the defense finally showed something this game, and then they kind of gave up them big old chunk plays. And gave him the Erkin jerk, right? Hey, got him. Got him. Nothing you can do about that. And that's Jaylon. Yep. Get him right here. Week 6 right now. Said Larry Fitz, man. They said he's going to retire. We have issues with running quarterbacks, though. Historically speaking. Quarterbacks that can run, they always give us fits. It was surprising that we beat Jalen Hurts. Jalen was just probably too nervous. I'm talking about Hurts, throwing interceptions, fumbling, and things like that. Make this play, I ain't gonna be able to put the bubble on him if I do it. There we go. Capture the edge, contain. Get down there. Put your nose deep down inside. I might not give no commentary over the Jaylon Smith over this video that I'm editing right now. I might not give no commentary. just posted naked with just the bubbles and finding the background music. That'd probably be the hardest part. Bubbles and background music. Bubbles and background music, or arrows and background music. Background music is always hard because even if you got a track you love, you still got to loop it. There might be some technology out there that can do it for you, and I'm just not aware of it. Week 7. Quiz, who we had week 7? The concussion game. All of these games winnable. If you had a quarterback, man, these games winnable, man. All of these games, man. I think the biggest flaw, and I know a lot of people going to look at the offensive line, but to me, the biggest flaw was the backup quarterback. It took Andy forever to get his mind right. And then when we saw Garrett Gilbert get out there, he did something. But Bandanucci, man, he didn't do nothing for us. He came in this game and did a little slither of a chance to push the ball down to number 19. But collectively speaking, it seems like we was in a slump week to week. And we couldn't get no offense going. That's the craziest thing. The offense, we couldn't get it going. And in the defense, the defense, you can talk about it. They credit him a tackle for that one. So that's the craziest thing is the defense itself. Yes, it's historically bad. But during these times, man, we wasn't able to move the ball. Let me turn that thing off. We weren't able to move the ball. Definitely not able to move the ball. And then we had some boneheaded plays. We had the ball not to bounce our way. This was the game that Jaylon got killed. Killed by number 82. Shout out to the Thomases. Tight end, got him. Got him. So, it's always an issue. Yeah. Got him there. 1, 2, 3, drop back. Underneath the groove. Trim this out. I'm just trimming the fat. A lot of people are going to be looking at this like, what is he doing? Taking me forever. Trim the fat. I'm probably ain't gonna go no bubbles though. It would take me forever to put a highlight area over Jaylon. I don't even know where he at on this one. I think that's him right. That's him right there. There you go. Playing on the LOS. Did he bat the ball down? Nope. To be honest with you guys, it's hard to find the negative plays. We have to needle through everything. That's just how it goes. You have to needle through everything. Yeah. Jaylon's biggest problems too is change of direction, coverage. Coverage to me is his biggest wart. Change of direction, coverage down the field, flipping his hips. Chasing, that's his issue, and it's all in the scouting report. On top of that, his other issue is when somebody engages him, it's just over with from there. They get contact on him, pad on pad, he's washed. They credit him for that tackle right there. How can you change this? I don't know. I don't know how you can ever change that. I don't know. Get washed inside again. I don't know why they credit him for that tackle. Maybe he the first one to look at it. I'd edit that one out. I'm going to let it roll, though. I'm going to let it roll. Yeah. He got him down there. It's not like when you see these plays, you see a guy that's a willing tackler out in space. But all of these plays, he's not tackle. There's no tackle for loss. There's no tackle downhill. He allowed them to come to him. If I'm a team, if I'm getting 5 and 6 yards, I'll do that. He ain't going to knife through no defense. He ain't going to blow up the blocker. He ain't going to do none of that. You ain't going to see none of that. If I do the same thing comparable with the guy that's above him or below him, you don't see the same thing. Okay, so that was week 7. It's week 8. Week 8, Philadelphia Eagles. They was feeling like they were going to the Super Bowl. Remember, they beat us. They thought they were going straight to the Super Bowl. Week 8, I got 8 more games after this. 8 more games after this. That's false. Offsides. Free play. Fine. Here we go. That play didn't count. I still keep it in there just for context, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I might have to just make the title in every play of Jaylon Smith, every snap. Every snap of Jaylon. I can't label it every tackle. I can put every snap. That would be dope. I've put it down. Every snap of Jaylon Smith. Because that's what we doing. We watching every snap. No, because I don't know how the NFL does it, because if he's not in the play, if he don't make the tackle, or if he's not in the proximity, I don't think they record it in this. I don't know if it could be every snap. That's the hardest thing, coming up with the titling for this one. It's harder than doing this editing, by the way. If I do it that way, because it can't be every tackle. Technically, it can be, but I have to go in and take out the ones that he didn't make a tackle on, that he kind of assisted on a tackle. That would take forever in the day as well. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Single high, man underneath. This loose man right here. Single high, man underneath. See, he still got that first down. Nothing he can do on that one, though. That's scheme right there. You gonna play off on him. He gave you a little sidearm groove right there. 2nd and 12. Robbing you blind, dog. Roll out. The full 2020 season. It's just crazy. Look, man, they just killing us. That play right there. I don't know why teams don't even just run up the gut and say, hey, you average 5 or 6, 7 yards. Look. If we can see it, I don't know how the Cowboys don't see it. That's the craziest part. To me personally, that's the craziest thing. Week 9, who we played in week 9? Who we played in week 9 for your mind. Steelers. Garrett Gilbert game. Garrett Gilbert. Gary Gilbert. This was a good game for Gallimore. If we would have, the craziest thing, I think we would have won 2 games that we shouldn't have lost, we would have been in the playoff. This was probably one of them. And what was another close game? One of those Washington games. We should have beat them. I think the Thanksgiving Day game. Going for it on 4th and 10 on your own 20. That's the only thing that get me with Mike McCarthy. My thing is with Mike McCarthy, I thought that he would bring football sense to the table. When he didn't do that, I was like, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Football sense, like football brilliancy, man. Like, you looking back at everything, you saying, yeah, that was dope what Mike McCarthy did there, you know? But we didn't see that this year. Now, I will look at it like this, too. If you bring in Mike McCarthy and you don't really see the fingerprints of Mike McCarthy, not saying that I know what they doing behind the scene, then why even bother? You might as well make Kellen Moore the head coach. Because if it all goes to the defense of being that difference maker, then why would you need Mike McCarthy when you already got Kellen Moore? That is the most bizarre thing to me. Now, maybe, just maybe, Mike McCarthy is running these meetings, but I don't really see the impact. Like, what's different? I don't hear the players talking about, yeah, man, Mike McCarthy got this brilliant game plan for it. I just don't see that part of it. I could be 1,000,000% wrong, right? Busted play. Really didn't count. But to each his own. If I was the Cowboys, man, I would have hired Urban Myers, and I would have been like, look, man, do whatever you did in Florida. Do whatever you did in Ohio. Hell, you even had a good spurt in a run at Utah. I know that's college, but, man, do whatever you did then. And how in the hell you got Ezekiel Elliott running like he's a man on fire, you know? He's a football guy. Or get you a defensive-minded coach in this thing and say, man, we got a young phenom in Kellen Moore. He got some growing pains that he need to work out on. But let's be dangerous on defense. I think Kellen Moore going to be okay with those 3 wide receivers and Ezekiel Elliott. But my thing is, people do what they're comfortable doing. And Jerry Jones, by him being, an offensive malign guy in college land, he's an offensive-minded person. He's not a defensive-minded person, so he's always going to glorify the offense or lean on the offense. And I don't blame him for it because that's what he know what's best. That's what I would do. I do what I know best and trust and behold. Week 10. We made it to week 10. The Vikings. Good old Vikings. They played their best. This was the Ezekiel Elliott game, right? Took that brother all the way to week 10. Took him 10 to get in, baby. I guess one way or another. That damn Ezekiel Elliott, man. I hope whatever's going on goes on well for him down the line. If he can flip this thing around and get it going as far as the the running situation. I hope he can flip this thing around. Good old Ezekiel Elliott. Because everybody going to bring up the 90 mil, right? Yeah, that's just how it goes. That's the price of doing business. Look, people would do the same thing. You go out there and buy a $45,000 car or a $60,000 car, and that joker start not getting you where you got to go. People going to be like, man, you paid $45,000 for it, man. Can you imagine if you paid $1 million? And I think another thing is we looking at this money aspect of it and acting like that's cheap money. I haven't seen $1 million. I can only imagine getting paid $90 million. Gosh. He low key, his family should not have to work a day in their life. He's set. His mom's set. It's like it's weird when I see his mom going to work and stuff. Shoot, let me make $90 million. My mom wouldn't even. I'd be like, Mama, what the hell are you doing? Looking at a job. I want mom. No. I like no. You gonna work for me? We finna start up our own company, our own business. That's what I would do. That's what I would tell my mom. Like, nah, we ain't finna have you punching the clock for nobody. I'm setting aside 2-3 mil. Even if it's a lollipop stand. Thank you for tuning in to the Lollipop Stand owned by Law Nation and his mom, Carrie. That's how we gonna roll with it. Let me know if I'm lying. Like, if you guys had hit the lottery for $90 million, right? Let's say you hit the lottery for $90 million. And your mom still working? No. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, Mama, no. It ain't nothing to do with pride or anything, but it's like, let's foundation build this thing all the way out. But then again, those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. And maybe he don't share his money with his mommy or daddy. So they still got to make their own way. I'd be dogging, man. If one of my kids make that type of money, they better set Law Nation up. After I done changed their dirty diapers and wiped their backside and got a little bit on your hand and everything. You know how that goes, right? When y'all have kids, man, stuff go crazy, don't it? That's a good tackle down there. Good tackle right there. And we're going to clear that out. Bam. All right, so this week 11, boy, we going faster and faster. We're getting close. Woo. It's a straining, boy. Looking at this thing. Let's see if we can get this thing going. The final few weeks. Who we played week 11? Oh, Thanksgiving game. Week 11. We don't say 11. 11. If you're from the country. It's like it's mandatory that when he tackles somebody, they gain 5 or 6 yards. Well, there's an LVE fault there. Like, man, dog, where you at, LVE? And Jaylon still get there. He flying to the ball, so it took LVE to initiate it and miss it. 24 come down to tackle. And then you get Jaylon Smith there. That's the Sicilian and the craziest thing of it all. He blew right through the gap. And they still credit him for that tackle. This brother gets so many tackles. It relates to running, tapping somebody as they going out of bounds, or tapping somebody as they already down. This was the interception, man. Cut back this way, man. Cut back this way or zigzag or something. Look at that. He got caught by Scary Terry. Well, that boy is fast, but I think the Cowboys folded on this game. They just gave up on this game. If any game you ever say to yourself, hey, you gave up, it'll be this game. because on fourth and 20, what was it? Fourth down and on your own 20 with 10 yards to go. You go for it. That was a cry for like, I'm giving up. The waving of the white flag. And people was talking about tanking then. That's just crazy. If the Cowboys came with the mindset that we gonna beat up on the Washington team, they would have won this game. But I do know at the end, like for those who only watch the highlights or looking at the stat card, they like, nah, law, but they was in this game. I think the coaching staff, and the punter was punting deep. I mean, that joker was punting that ball. It's a home game. I would have forced Alex, man, to drive 80 yards again. Say, okay, see if you can get me then, But they folded up, man. That's all I can see. That's my thing is with the coaching staff. So they folded up in that game. That was the game. I think the Pittsburgh game and that Washington game. This game, it was crazy how they did this game because I believe that this game, it should have been against Robert Griffin. But the NFL squeezed the Cowboys, moved it back to Tuesday night. And they said for a favor for the Cowboys, we will tell Dez Bryant that he can't come. This game I will believe that if that number 8 guy out there, Lamar Jackson, if he didn't play this game, maybe, just maybe, we squeeze out another victory. That's just my thoughts. I know a lot of people like, nah, law, we were going to lose regardless, law. It's best that we lost so we can get the 10th pick or whatever, the 5th pick or the 6th pick. Like, that's the craziest part. Side on wonder. Lamar. They love some Lamar, boy. What's wrong with my thing? Let me go like this. Slide it up. Yep, so the editing is sickening for this long of a project. I shouldn't agree to it, but I'm a man of my word. I am a man of my word. And this is the behind the scene look, so bear with me. So if anybody watching this or will be watching this, bear with me. It's what's going on. It's the behind the scene. Not meant to be fancy, not meant to be look all sexy and stuff like that. Only reason why I'm talking to you, I'm just trying to give y'all some dry commentary too as I'm doing it. Dry commentary as I'm doing it. Drop 2 and look, dog, you got responsibility for the middle hook, man. That joker came down and smacked him too. That's probably been the best hit. Probably been the best hit from number 25. Best hit. That's probably been the best hit from number 25 all year long. I don't know what happened to him. He used to be reliable. He used to. Maybe he got too many techniques in his mind. And sometimes you play your contract year. Sometimes people ball the hell out and they disappear the next year. But in his contract year, he didn't ball no hell out. He was like, nah, dog, I'm just going to try to be safe so I won't get injured. To me, he could have been saying to himself, I'm balling out. I'm talking about Xavier Woods, by the way, ex-Woods, who got mad at everybody when they said, okay, we need to bring in Earl Thomas. The first time when he was with Seattle, got mad, man. He got super mad when they said, okay, they need a actual. Let me see. I lost train of thought. They need an actual safety or what have you. That joke got super mad. But it is what it is. And we got this thing here. Roll around. Oh, I'm going to chop that out. Almost chopped it out. And we chopping up film. Chopping it up like a tree chopper. The boy came down and feel on that one. Chop all this out too. 55 double nickel. I don't know what to think about with LVE. I don't know what to say about LVE. Oh my goodness. It's like next year, if LVE still have like those look crazy injuries, it's best to chop it up. As the brother can't just stay healthy. Snake bitten. All linebackers at this point. That's all you can say with that one. Yep. Let's force him out of bounds here. Look at the flow. I know for sure that on this copy, I probably leave no commentary. I just probably just chop this up and find some background music and put that out there. That'd probably be the best way. And that's it for week 12. Now we're week 13, right? It's one of those weeks. Let's see. Week 13. Bengals. Week 13. Week 13, and you mean? Week 13. That's what I'd probably do. Yep. This is unbelievable long. Unbelievable. Boy thought he was doing something, wasn't he? They stopped all that swiping around this week. They realized, like, man, we don't really have a puncher's chance at it. They go get him right here. Bam. Can you imagine if we had a safety to play like that every snap? Darian Thompson came like a heat-sickling missile. Heat seeker. How'd he come through there? Cow. As my boy Tony would say, Baker, cram. Cram. Squeeze is over there and Squeeze is over here. Side. Side to side. You can still need to get some help inside. You're going to need to get some help inside, boy. I already know. The NFL going to look at all of this stuff, too. And they're going to be like, claim. They be like, thank you. I already know. Because sometimes they don't do it, but then when the video is like this, they go like, nah, man, we gonna claim this one. Yep. And to think that they might still, for the last few games, look at it and be like, we got a chance. We got a chance. And if they were to play like, to be honest, if they were to play like the last few games, like they played, if they played put it like this, the last few games, if they played that way, inspired, for the first games, then that would have been better. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been better. Better. Close my door to my office here. Inspired and motivation. We play after Cincinnati 49ers. This was a crazy game too. Boy, it feel good though. Calling those games while we winning, it feels a whole lot better than calling and doing these games while we're losing. To me, it feels a whole lot better. Mindset, baby, mindset. Yep, mindset. They credit him for that tackle. They credit him for that tackle. So that's what we're going to do. So if you're part of the membership squad, you get to see this early. Well, this behind the scene. That's what I'm going to do. Membership squad, Patreon, elites. You guys see all of this behind the scene action first, and then we will release this out to the public. And I think that, hands down, my membership packages are pretty good. Second to none, by the way. Because all you pay for is 99 pennies. 99 pennies a month. That's love and appreciation. That's flat out love and appreciation. You can find Pookie, Ray Ray, Ashaniqua, Kamika to give you 99 pennies a month. For all of this, all of this work action, I'm tired as hell. And I'm doing it for the nation. For y'all. I could be doing thousands of other things, right? Week 14, right? It's week 14. Yeah, I believe it's week 14. 2 more games after this one, right? Bam, smack him. On the opposing team, that Fred Warner, that boy right there, something nice. Something nice. And disengages, make the tackle. Funny seeing that 81. I maybe thought it was T.O. Big boy. Jordan Reed. He did pretty decent for the 49ers. Knowing that they didn't have no quarterback to give him the ball. Pretty decent. From what I can see, he was out there decently. Used to be a Cowboys killer. I think he probably killed us about once or twice. Boy, sprang up out of there. That's good. Team I can't stand, the 49ers. You got to be alive during the 90s to understand. Parts of the 80s as well. Can't stand this team. As they say, everything happened for a reason. He knifed through there. Took a wrong angle, though. He brought a knife through there. Over pursuit. He did that several times this year. Over pursuit. But the craziest thing against the Giants, we didn't get the first down. But we got the swipe, though. I'm talking about Jaylon at this point. We didn't get the first down, but we got that swipe. And truth be told, when he was drafted, a lot of people thought highly of him, and a lot of people thought that, hey, the Cowboys did pretty well in this draft. And I'm not saying that he's trash or anything, but there were the thoughts tracks. There was the mindset. Hey, you know, possibilities. Untapped. The ceiling is high. And then when we saw him out there in the field, like, well, we can work with it, you know. But we didn't think that he would get his other contract, though, that quickly. And when he got it, I don't think that nobody was kind of upset. It was kind of like, hey, wow, what is that? But, you know, that's how it rolls. That's how it flows, man. Tackle him down. The dude gets gang of tackles, though. And that's what your linebacker, that's what you want him to do. This is what you really want him to play like right here. Crawls at that pressure. Although he got the ball out, they still counted that as a pressure. So they count pressures on here. See. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said he cannot imagine Dak Prescott holding more leverage than what he can bring in these negotiations. So I get a tick notification every time I do something. So, my thing is with Jerry Jones and Dak is that we will find out whether or not it's lip services or not. We will find out. See all this stuff here. Week 15. Week 15, which is collectively speaking, is week 16 because of the bye. But who's counting? 3rd and 3. Crucial. Crucial. Delete that out there. Delete that out the way. There we go. There you go. Disengages. Boy slid for the first down. Yeah. There we go. Got one more game after this one. Got one more game after this one. I don't think he got that many tackles in this one. Let's see. Stepped up a little bit. Yeah, he pulls a shucking. Disengage, man. That boy still got, 5.5 up for that one? Maybe 6? Maybe 6? Disengage. Just rumbling and stumbling. Low key, I didn't count that many swipes. Maybe we have to go back and count the swipes. Boy, it's a swipe machine. Now, I know I probably didn't edit all of these out, but I got as much as I can. They created him a tackle for that one. It's crazy how that tackling system goes, man. Last person touch. Last person touching, you go out of bounds. Tackle. They're playing through the echoes of the whistle. Up. See, touch them. That's a tackle. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a tackle. It's a tackle. And they count this as a tackle. It goes down in the stat sheet as a tackle. So, at least he got a hand on him. Like, I'm getting mines, baby. Old folks say, I got mines. You got to get yours. Yep. Got him. I can't believe we making it this far. We making it this far, baby. Almost there. Got a little bit ways to go. A little bit ways to go, baby. This boy had some tackles, man. If I'd have showed you guys on how it took about 3 hours to find a film. And then you have to, so first you got to screen record in order to pull a film from the NFL. There's no downloadable action like you hit download or what have you. So you got to screen record it. And then from there, it took 3 hours to do that, right? And, of course, you know, you can set your computer to not fall asleep or what have you. So 3 hours to screen record it, screen grab it. And then it took another good pressure by Jaylon on that one. Jaylon. And then it took another about, I would say about 15 minutes for it to render, for it to be like ready, available to edit on Camtasia. 15 minutes, right? Then once it's there, I gotta take it, because all of this is in reverse order. When you do the screen record, they start from week 17 all the way down, so there's no way to reverse order that thing. So to start actually from the LA Rams game to now. So I had to take that part, slice it, and put it in the individual categories here, or individual, like the correct order. And now I'm at the stage of chopping out like the stuff that make it look ugly, you know. I'm at that stage. And of course, for the aesthetics look, I took out the watermark NFL shield, because I think that is not relative. It's not nothing that you necessarily need in the shot. It's just their watermark, and clearly everybody knows that this is the NFL, so why have the watermark there? But I get it, you know, you got to watermark your stuff, so I took out the watermark. And now we just got the footage of me editing. Yep, so that's just how it goes from here. And good tackle by Jaylon on that one. Good tackle by Jaylon. Good tackle. Get there. Yeah, good there. Get there. I think that the frustration from Jaylon is the fact that he got paid. It's the fact that he celebrates all the time. And he's not a quote-unquote playmaker. But he's a play guy. I don't know how to say it, but he's not a playmaker, but he is a an enthusiast. I don't know how you can put it. He's a guy. Maybe I'm not gonna say he's a football guy, but he's around the ball. You can tell he was one of those guys that were or was an extreme athletic specimen, if I can use it in those terms. I know I'm all the way off on it, but you guys get what I'm saying. He picked up the fumble on that one. Not bad, Jaylon. I don't think he created the fumble, right? Who's that? Yeah. 94 created the fumble. Jaylon collect. Nothing wrong with it. Yep. And we got it. The final game. Week 16, which is technically week 17, but you guys get what I'm saying. We made it. Ashaniqua, we made it. Slap that in. Slap this away. Bring it towards me. Bam. Take that off. At least so you can see it a little bit better. I saw that I did a few of them without it. I think this is the game. Oh boy, got the first down and he out there swiping. Like, dude, like, come on, man. Well, reason why I'm not really going crazy ham on losing this last game of the year, because damn Eagles team tanked. If the Eagles were to win and we lost this game the way we lost, oh my God. And I can feel like the frustration from the Giants fans. Like, but you got to control your own destiny. And if I'm a Giants fan, or if I'm the coach of the Giants, or somewhere in that locker room, I'll be telling them, like, look, hey, so years after this and beyond, you got to figure out a way. You got to figure out a way to control your own destiny. Do not rely on somebody else to lose in order for you to get in. You got to play like you're playing now at the end, at the beginning, through the end. And I know Daniel Jones, he probably looking at it like, hey, I can't help that I got injured, and these sorts of things. And they had a bevy of injuries, right? And if I'm the Cowboys, I'm looking at it like, okay, for the majority of the season, everybody else got there or had their starting quarterback to play for more games than we have. Had ours, what have you. They had their starting quarterback. So this year, 2021, we got our quarterback back. That's how they got to look at it now. You know, I know that you can say, well, Daniel Jones was out, Alex Smith was out, you know. But they wasn't going for the season type of stuff. And then Carson Wentz, it's silly how they I don't know, man. They just the move shift on him so quick. I think he going to go to the Colts, though, Carson. Or he could go to the Patriots. Wherever he go, I think that he's going to perform a little bit better than what he was doing over there at the Eagles. I'm telling you, Eagles territory, they will turn on you real quick. They very fickle. They very super fickle over there. Yup. Yeah, number 50 told him the right way to go, baby, on this play. And I don't know if I can put the bubbles on there or the arrows. It'll be forever, ever. Look, each one of those little slots represent a play. Then you got to times that by 2 because of the fact that they show 2 angles of the play. So I don't know. If people can't see 54 from those 2 angles, then I don't know. Yeah. It would have been dope if I could just say, hey, this right here is the guy. But you can't do that post. I can do it on this one. I can shoot it live, and that's what I could do there. But I think that it'll be more beneficial to people to see the play run continuously opposed to me stopping it and restarting it. And I think so that I won't be biased about the situation is for me to just post it without commentating. I think that would be the best route. I think that would be the best angle. I think that that's the best solution. Flag on the play. And the good thing about film, believe it or not, would be the fact that with film, you might not see it the first time. It's like reading the good book. You may not understand it the first time. But like the third or fourth or fifth time, you're like, okay, I understand it now. I see where old boy missed out on his assignment. Or if one of the players jump on or jump aboard and they explain it in a different way and say, okay, that was not my responsibility. It looked like a zone coverage, but it's a loose man. You know, that type of stuff. And it could change the whole complexity of everything. That's the one he swiped on. Oh, buddy, it's like, dog, he got the first down, dog. Watch him. You swipe him. Oh, my goodness, man. Jaylon. What are you doing, man? Telling you, man, that movie Coach Carter, I wish we had that movie to play for everybody that's the Cowboys. Look at the dude like, dog, I got the first down, dog. But that movie Coach Carter was a movie that they had Samuel Jackson playing a role as the coach. And there was a time where the players on that particular team were celebrating. And he said, what if I do it after I call every play? It's white. He said, what if I do it after I call every play? And he made fun of them. Basically, he was saying that act like you've been there before. Don't really show up and show out and dance after every play. Shows a level of maturity. Maturity. You know, I'm saying maturity. I'm just being funny when I say it that way. Maturity. And I think that Jaylon is mature. But after every play, dog, that was his last tackle of the year, believe it or not. How about that? Not a bad one. Okay. Oh, buddy. Woo! I finished it, boy. So, I narrowed it down to 1 hour and 10 minutes. The cut up is 1 hour and 10 minutes. So if I go all the way to the beginning, and this would be like the final production of it. If I add arrows to it, it would take me probably, I would say, 2 hours probably. An hour, 2 hours, I don't know. if I add like the arrows, you know how you see the arrow highlighting the players? That would take me forever. It would absolutely take me forever. Or I can slow grind this project out. Put a little piece out. I missed a little piece right here. I want to take that out. I can slow grind this project out. And take my time. I put illustrations on there. Bubbles, highlights. I don't think y'all love me that much, though. Y'all be like me. Y'all probably won't even watch this thing, man. You know? That's the craziest thing. Do all that work. Not saying you're doing the work for people to watch it. But you probably won't even watch it if I do all of that. The hardest part of it is actually finding music to go with this thing. Copyright-free music. Like I said, in the past, I got burned by many of people. Law, you can use my clips, man. You can use my music. Flew around using music. 3-4 months later, a year later, 2 years later. Claim. And then you go reach out to them like, hey, dog, what happened? I thought it was your music. Well, you know, I got signed, or I own the music, but I don't own the beat, you know, or I can whitelist you, but it'll take $200. Like, nah, dog, I'm finna pay you $200, man, for a 3-year-old video clip. Man, come on, man. I'm just gonna delete the video. That's me talking about music in general. Nevertheless, we will see how this thing gonna work. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I thank you all for your time. Time is necessary, right? Time is the real deal, Holyfield, with this thing. And I'm going to get on out of here. For real. And we'll see how this thing going to all unfold from here. It looks pretty good, though. I edit out as much as I can. Of course, for those who watching me do this behind the scene groove, we'll see that you know, there's a lot of work goes into details. The devil's in the details, as they say. Yeah, so you guys are able to. Yep, the devil's in the details. A lot of devilment. A lot of time. Speaking of time, that's been my time. I really thank each and every last one of you all for tuning in. That looks good. You guys can see all of everything. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Cowboy Nation, let's go.